Hey there, it's Monday. I figured this week I'd go a bit more into detail, or rather, show you guys a bit of my daily eating or weekly eating. I don't know. Just, show you guys what it is I do regarding my nutrition. Morning. Finishing up my breakfast. This is the kind of stuff I usually have. So that's 100 grams of oats. Been soaking them in hot water, and then I'll usually add something into it. Now, as with everything I say, a pinch of salt, and lately I've been using cottage cheese just to add some calories and, well, protein. I don't know why I'm fussing over about protein. That's 130 grams. At one point, I used to put pineapple. If we have berries, I'll put those. Whatever, just to make it a bit more less meh. But yeah, this is breakfast, and the goal is to have at least a liter of water during my workday, preferably 2. So it's getting to roughly lunchtime. So the way I have it is, you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule. The way I try and manage things are 80% of whatever I have is easy or pre-made. So let me show you. So we do, or at least try to do, batch cooking. So here we have 3 containers of that cabbage stew and 2 filled containers of meatballs. So today, lo and behold, I'm having cabbage stew with meatballs. This way, especially during lunchtime, I don't need to fuss over on what it is I'm gonna eat. What do we have? How long does it take? Yada yada yada. It's all pre-made. I'll just put it on my plate depending on that day's plan. But yeah, I'll measure out something. And as for the cabbage stew, it's vegetarian, so there's like hardly any calories. I'm not hot and bothered about whether or not the recipe I'll put into MyFitnessPal has, 80 calories per 100 grams or 100 calories per 100 grams. That's sort of not that significant. Whereas for the meatballs, way we did these were we had an X amount of meat, and then we added, onions and whatnots, but again, I don't count those. And I'll just divide it, the 1400 grams of raw mince, I divided it by 41 meatballs, so I get, 30 something grams of raw mince. So that's the raw weight per meatball on average. And that's what I'll use when I do these. But yeah, now I'll set this up and have my lunch. You already saw me eat last week, so I'm not gonna show you guys again. So it's now Wednesday, and today's lunch in a moment will be meatballs. We have some of that cabbage stew still left, but wife's gonna have that. I'm not sure if it's enough for the both of us. Plus, I've got 400 repeats coming today. So what I'll do is I'll put some rice on with some veggies, like just frozen veggies, and there we go. And some rice. And I could not care less. Now, basically, ideally I would rinse the rice and boil it separately, and then steam the veggies on top of the rice, for example, or cook the veggies separately. But since this is during my workday, I'm just gonna make stuff happen. But yeah, that'll be the side for today and for the next few days as well. So there's a bit of a switcheroo. It's Wednesday. I was supposed to do my 400 repeats today, but wife had to work late again, so I took the kid to his swimming practice and I swam myself. So that is instead of the repeats. That's my workout for the day. But yeah, these things happen. But yeah, it's now just past 7 and we're trying to find the tram, and then we'll grab a bus, and then finally around 8ish we'll be at home. So it's one of those long days for me and especially for the kid, but he's a trooper. So it's Thursday. I took half a day off from work and now we're heading to pharmacy, get some medicine for the kid. And yeah, no wrestling today, so no gym today. It's gonna drop to -20 again. Not too keen on doing the repeats today. We'll see. Feels like a lot of stuff going on again, so just figure out what's important and focus on those. Morning. It's another nice and crispy -20 something. Heading out to the office, which means I did pack my morning oats. I grabbed a few protein shakes, but for lunch I'm heading out. I'm going out to a restaurant. It feels like every week something happens that's not according to my ideal scenario. But yeah, again, even when I'm heading out to lunch, I can still eat smart and not too much. The way I write it down into MyFitnessPal is I'll just wing it. You know, if it's potatoes and beef, then I'll write down potatoes and beef. If it's chicken and rice, then I'll write down chicken and rice, whatever. Good morning. It's 20 past 6. Just woke up. Slept horribly, but yeah, I just checked Instagram and today's parkrun is cancelled because it's again -22 and yeah, I don't think the volunteers were gonna stand around in these types of weather, so I'll have some coffee, chillax, and we are still gonna go to the croissant buffet. So I figured I'll skip on breakfast today and I'll do my run later. So we got back home. It's now 2:45. Wife and the kid went to friend's place. I stayed home. I put a lot of laundry and somebody needs to clear all this up. Cooking some lunch. So, you know, chicken and rice, veggies. Yeah, gonna edit some videos, or start editing this video rather, because I gotta wait until the load of laundry is done, clear all this, eat, then I'll head out for my run. It's only -13 right now, so yeah, it's not that bad, even though in the morning it was -20 and that wouldn't have been fun. But anyway, this is like, I feel like this has been sort of a good insight on my eating habits. Now, of course, obviously, I don't eat, like on Monday, we ordered in, we had a burger delivered. That's not something we do every week. When I went to the office, I ate out. Again, not something I do every week. Going to a croissant brunch, not something we do every week. But those are things that happen. And it was fun getting the opportunity to show that, you know, this sort of stuff happens, this is how I eat, and I still am able to remain at a calorie deficit. Now, granted, thing that is the one thing that's different in my case when comparing to some other ones, especially to those who are not as heavy as I am, is the fact that my daily calories are high, right? So, like the burger, I put it in as burger and fries. I put it in like 1,000 calories, right? To me, that's just over a third. Whereas somebody who's half my size, that's well over half their daily calories. So for me, that's a heavy dinner. So, you know, maybe skip a snack or two. But to them, it would mean they could barely eat anything else throughout the day, right? So me going out for dinner, me going out for lunch, whatever, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because by making smart decisions on subpar quality, I can still remain at a deficit. Whereas someone who can only have, you know, 1,500, 1,800, 2,000 calories or so, you really need to focus on getting quote unquote proper nutrition, in the sense that if you eat, you know, French fries, that's a ton of calories when compared to having a boiled potato. So I know it's different, because I get to eat a lot and still lose weight. That was the best 6K I had in ages. I thought I was doing a 5K. I wasn't looking at my watch. I was doing basically a tempo based on feel. And yeah, once I stopped after what I thought was my 5th K, it was actually 6K. It was right at the cusp of, you know, this feels ever so slightly too hard, but it never actually got to being too hard. That's what she said. But yes, the couple of off days I had unintentionally, I think those did me good. Yeah, this was fun. It's not too cold, even though it looks like it. It's like minus 13 or so. Anyway, I'm heading back home now. Morning, it's Sunday. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. But yeah, slept in late. Slow morning. We're now heading out. The kid's gonna skate. I'm gonna run laps around the rink. Do my repeats there. Because why not? It's a beautiful day outside. Even the dogs are enjoying it. Ei mitään, mä höpöttelen kameralle. Ei mitään, mä höpöttelen kameralle. But anyway, after that, we're gonna go have some lunch. And since it's been a stressful week, even for the kid, with his pains and whatnot, we're gonna go out and have some, you know, sushi or burger, probably. So I had to call the run a bit short. Started getting a bit of a kink on my left hamstring. I think it's because I sat down for a while to talk with the kid, and then I got cold or something, but yeah, I only did a few reps. All in all, like 5K. But I don't want to do anything stupid because I've got the race coming next week. Because I got a race coming next week. Anyway, I'll finish the groceries. We had a bunch of food just now. And then I'll head back home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next week. Take care.